Well, I'm so excited to be here, Tildy. I mean, when you asked me to be part of your projects, I don't know, it resonates with me. I've been in sales for, it's now 30 years, and I've always been in male-dominated industries. And for some reason, I don't know if it chose me, I chose them, it always worked. However, it was an uphill battle most of the time because I was the only female. But I learned a lot of lessons. I learned what works and what doesn't work, and I learned how to wing it. And once I started winging it and it worked, people would say to me, you can't do it, it's not duplicatable. And so I just started building my own training, and after I was in sales for 30 years, I decided to go out on my own again and build this company to help women, to help men, to help everybody in the sales department. I've been a single mom for, it's going on 19 years now. And going through sales and going through a straight commission position and going through being the only female, it's a lot of stuff to go through. Women were admins, women were teachers, women did roles that were typically female. Any female that did come in, it was more, let's do an experiment and let's see if this would actually work. But with that said, it used to be very transactional. The way the economy was, it was kind of get in, get out, get the check. Very transactional. We do the transaction first, and then we'd build a relationship. Whereas now, the way the economy is, we've morphed into more of a relational society. You have to build a relationship first, and then we're going to do a transaction. And that's typically more of a female role. And I say that that's a big generality here. What it means is that, generally speaking, men are transactional. Generally speaking, women are relational. Now there are women that are transactional, there are men that are relational, but that really is the way it usually is. So to build a relationship is what's going on right now, and now more than ever. If you don't have a relationship with someone, it doesn't work. Both my children were very big motivating factors for me. The biggest motivator for me was my grandmother. My grandmother was the original feminista. She was, women's lib, and she was a fashionista, so she was the feminista. She wore matching hats and gloves and scarves and earrings and necklaces, and she was way before her time. However, what she also taught me was that I could do anything that I wanted to do, that whatever it was okay. Whereas, I wanted to go to medical school, and my parents said to me, well, girls don't do that. You just don't. You can be a teacher. Mm. And my grandmother would say, you do what you need to do. So she was always, she would always say to me, decide what you want to do, figure out how you want to get there, and just do it. My mom had been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma 2 days before Thanksgiving, and she died 2 days before Christmas. Mm-hmm. So it was very fast, and I never had any closure on it. And sometimes I still don't feel like I've had closure, and it's 19 years. Mm-hmm. But when that happened, it changed my whole life. Everything changed. I needed to reinvent myself. I needed to figure out who I wanted to be, how I wanted to do this, and what I wanted to give to, what I wanted the world to see me as. And I had to be a really good role model for my children. That was first and foremost. And then I had to find something that I was passionate about. So I continued in the journey of doing sales, always thinking like, something is going to click, something's going to make me realize what it is that I want to do. And from that incident, that's who I am now. I see women coming together, pulling in the same direction, trying to make things happen. And there's so many great things that women can do. If we take something as small or as large as today's economy, they're calling it the she economy, mm-hmm. because women can change the way the economy is. Right. So I just think that if women pull together, band together, and instead of fighting each other, try to make things happen, that's what the power of women is. It's a collaboration.